Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Listen, this is K Rev, and thank you for joining us this morning on our morning break at 10:38. And here at the phenomenal platform of K's Couch, I told you we're going to be presenting information and guests who are entrepreneurs being successful, but also teaching you and talking to you how to live an on-purpose life. And today, I'm so honored to have someone who I've grown to know and also have a great respect for. He has in his profession, he's what you call a Bitcoin miner and also a Bitcoin enthusiast. We've all been looking at what's been going on with the cryptocurrency. People like Snoop Dogg, we got Elon Musk, and so many other individuals that are actually finding their way in the methodology of utilizing this as payment. So listen, we have none other than Mr. Hoon Ju today, who's an enthusiast, very knowledgeable about this, but also get this, he's actually conjoining both with ministry. So let's do a virtual round of applause for Mr. Hoon Ju. Mr. Ju, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, listen, it's such a pleasure and honor to have you here this morning. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here.
Man, listen, I'm glad you were able to take out some time in your busy schedule just to share a little bit about this cryptocurrency, man. And so I want to get right to it and kind of get in and get involved. Like I said, we're here for a few minutes because I know you're busy, myself included, got a few other things to do. But I want to know, listen, just from a business standpoint, what major moment in your life provoked you to become your own boss?
Man, major moment in my life in becoming a boss happened when I realized I was running out of time and
Okay.
resources,
Oh,
and
wow.
I was living for everyone else's dream. I've been working in a small church, trying to go from there, doing ministry, and our resources were depleting. And I was like, I really was focusing on fulfilling my dreams and vision, but I couldn't do that if I were to do that for everybody else.
Mm,
So I came to a realization that I need to do the very purpose I've been born to do. And then I
right.
finally understood my calling and purpose in life that enabled me to care enough about my life's work that God assigned to me. And my decision came when I realized that I was to obey God rather than man. So that
Mm.
was the major moment in my life, uh, what really provoked me. It says God provokes you to good works.
Ah, yeah,
So
I like that. I like to be provoked and to do some good works. I like to be provoked to do anything good. That's also helped me to maximize on my life. My life. I'm so thankful. So do you currently, I mean, I understand things sometimes may get a little dark and dismal. Sometimes it may get to a point where you're not as inspired. So what keeps you motivated? Now, while you're creating your own lane in history, what keeps you motivated and keeps you going?
um, it, the 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 main motivation for my life is God's love. Just wanting to please my heavenly Father as His son. Uh, that it springs from that. It really has to be His love in my life that's been so consistent, and how it compelled me to stay on course. It's been that drive because of His love. I was able to stay in purpose in my life, and so my focus, even in the dark moments, because it sometimes you really have to walk alone when everybody doesn't see you for who you are or what you're able to do. And so my focus and motivation was to accomplish what God told me to obey. So I
Mm.
kept on focus on that, and kept on empowering myself and training myself, disciplining myself to go there.
Wow,
Yeah.
I think that's very honorable. I think that's very honorable, man, because at the same time, I feel like, and I was sharing this with a really good friend of mine last night. You get in life what you deserve, not usually what you want, but what you feel like you deserve. And if you feel like you deserve more out of life, you'll transition yourself and position yourself to get what you want. If you want a better car with a better interest rate, you'll do what it takes to get that better car and interest rate. If you want more out of life, you will position yourself to get more out of life, whether it be in health or whether it be in wealth. Now, the I guess the enigma right now for a lot of people, and if we're really tuned into what's going on in the finance world, this conversation about Bitcoin, man. Like, so tell me why do you feel, or what's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Let me go with that. What's your thoughts on it?
On Bitcoin, well, I would have to say, of course, there's like a whole bunch of talk and hype and conspiracy theories behind it. But I see it as the biggest wealth of transfer in all of history that we have ever seen for all walks of life, whether you're
Gotcha.
poor or rich. And this is
Okay.
an opportunity for even people who don't even have money to get in and
Wow.
make substantial amount of money. Is
Wow.
ridiculous right now.
Wow.
So seeing that, and then we always say in the church, hey, the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous, and we just say
Okay.
that, but we're like, Lord, when? Oh, what's going on? And then we don't actually go after it.
Ah.
So I wanted to go after it, right? And then what came to mind was Psalm 24, where it says everything in the earth belongs to the Lord. And
Ah.
so if you do some research with Bitcoin, without electricity, there is no Bitcoin. And electricity belongs to God.
Yeah.
So therefore, Bitcoin belongs to God. And
Wow.
we have to manage as stewards what God has given. So
Wow.
you can actually miss the opportunity and use it for good because money's neutral.
Right.
You, the person, if you're wicked, you're going to use it for wicked purposes. But if you want to live a holy and righteous life and be a honorable steward, then you'll use that for God's glory.
Wow. I
So
like
I
that.
see that as Bitcoin, just a tool, right? But it's up to you to utilize it for God's purpose. So
Um,
that's where I come in. I'm saying Bitcoin can be used for God's glory,
okay.
even in
I
this
love
time.
that.
Yeah. So that's my stance. And like I said before, that ministry, we gone into ministry. Ministry can get really expensive. And if
Very.
you're being depleted of your resources and you don't have money coming in, it's really hard. It's really
Right.
hard on you, the minister, and for the ministry because you're helping people out of poverty. So if
Right.
you're in poverty and then you're helping people in poverty, you can see the strain. All right, you see that all around. So that's my stance on Bitcoin.
I love it, man. I love it. I love the fact that you referenced the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. That is really, really a phenomenal aspect to look at it. This huge transfer of wealth, man, is really going on right in front of our eyes. And a lot of times we're looking for an answer to get out of poverty or answer to get out of where we are in life. But, and a lot of times what is good for our life is actually set up in presentation form. So I know for you, being a Bitcoin miner, could you tell me a little bit about Bitcoin mining before we get off? Talk to us about that a bit.
Well, Bitcoin mining is just like you mining for gold, but this is electronic, is digital. And so when you go to a mountain to dig for gold, you need tools. You need mining
Right.
equipment. Same thing, you need mining equipment to mine Bitcoin. And that's just the simplicity of it. So you have these machines that go to work for you to bring out Bitcoin. And when
Hmm.
you're mining 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year.
Hmm.
And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. You're making money while you sleep,
Wow.
literally. So if you see the opportunity in mining Bitcoin right now, it's phenomenal. Just
Oh,
like
wow.
people when they went to California in
Hmm.
1849 for the gold rush,
Right.
they all went to go get for gold, but only people who actually made money was those who actually managed well because
Mm.
they went there. Levi's made more money than most of the miners. So
Mm.
So it's how you really do business.
Okay.
Like even in mining, it's a business, so you have to do it well. Yeah, if you want to create wealth. Yeah.
So where you as a miner come in, like if someone that was here that's watching, or someone that comes back and look at the replay, and if they wanted to get involved with mining, you will be the person that they will come to, correct?
Oh, correct, correct.
Okay, so talk to us about how can we get in contact with you. We do have here where they can follow you. Could you let us know how we can follow you and talk to you more about it?
Yeah, so you can contact me on my business page, facebook.com/Bitcoin to freedom. And I have information there. And you can schedule a regular discovery call, and I will be able to talk with you and show you what I do.
Absolutely. So just tell me this here. If I know when Bitcoin first came out and a lot of people having discussion, it was kind of a weird thing for some people to go from cash to a cashless society, because that's basically where we're going, and other ways of and other means of investing our monies. Um, Let us know if we would have started out as a in Bitcoin or invested in Bitcoin when it started out, where would we possibly be today?
Uh,
As like if I had invested. So I know Bitcoin a few years ago, and this is
okay.
kind of off topic. I know it started off a few years ago at a few, I guess, a few dollars, maybe a few cents when it
Okay,
started.
so back in 2009, one Bitcoin was not even worth a penny.
Wow.
So if you invested like 11 years ago $100, today that Bitcoin would be worth over $250 million.
Say that again for me.
Okay, so $100 worth of Bitcoin you bought in 2009 and you
Mhm.
cashed it in today, that will be well worth over $250 million.
Wow. So now, because it costs so much to try to get an actual Bitcoin, so this is where you, as an enthusiast, someone has the knowledge of it, as a miner, can teach us simplistically on how to get involved and how to maximize on what's still available for us, right?
Exactly. So that's what you call a strategy. Just like when you invest into other like stocks or real estate or whatever, you still have a
Hmm.
strategy because you have your own budget, and so
Hmm.
you need to get into buying Bitcoin here
Hmm.
and there because you can buy any denomination of Bitcoin. You can go on Coinbase and you can start there, right? But you want to get into mining for the long term because today, right, Bitcoin is about what, $55,000, and
Wow.
it's going to go up to, in 4 years or so, $1 million of Bitcoin. And so
Wow.
if you invest in one Bitcoin today for $55,000 and you hold it for a few years, that's $1 million.
Wow. Wow. So I know everybody can't afford a $55,000 Bitcoin. So now you as the miner, you as the enthusiast, when we follow you, we contact you, we get into a discovery call, you there can show us how to take advantage of Bitcoin while we have a chance. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
Absolutely. That's what I'm surely thankful and appreciate you, Hoon, for coming on. And again, thank you for your experiences. Thank you for deciding to make this move. And it says all things work together. So your, I guess, your situations that caused you or pushed you to move this way to help your ministry or help yourself, it caused you to become very knowledgeable about this cryptocurrency to where that you can help others like myself and others that wants to get more into investing and want to secure their future. Before we go, and everybody here that's watching and looking at Case Couch, listen, we're going to have Hoon back. We're going to have him back, and you'll be able to listen to him on the actual podcasting network on SoundCloud within the next few days. I'll be letting everybody know when that happens so you can get a more extensive conversation about Bitcoin, how it's helped him, how it's helped his family, how it helped his ministry. And but also you don't have to wait for that. You can also follow him. Hoon, could you tell us again on how to follow you?
Yeah, on Facebook.com, slash Bitcoin to freedom. That's my business page.
Absolutely. So, Hoon, again, thank you for being available. One more thing, though, right before we go. How do you think Bitcoin actually infused with ministry can actually, I want you to kind of hit on that again before we go. How do you think ministry and finance can work together in the aspect of Bitcoin?
Oh man, on this earth, ministry and finances go together. Even Solomon said, "God has given us wealth and riches, for it is the gift of God." And later on, and a few chapters later, he says, "Money answers all." So, of course, this is in the context of doing things in the world. So, finances and ministry go together. So that comes down to our life in management. It's stewardship. So we need to really target our life in stewardship, because if we don't go by the principles of the kingdom, it's strictly management. Everything that God has put to us is management. And so ministry is just your life's work. We don't have to like put a religion on it, right? So in order for you to live this life, you need money. You just need money. You got to pay bills. You got expenses. You got to put family, friends, community, right? If you don't have finances to do ministry, you're gonna have to live by the miracles of God and the supernatural of God all the time. And a lot of people don't have what it takes to live like that.
Right,
Because it's
absolutely.
extremely hard. And think about all the burnout in ministry when they go full-time ministry and they don't have the finances or the backing of it. It's just extremely hard.
Just extremely.
So we just need to be wise. Yeah, we need to be wise. And you say that you want to have salvation from a um, holistic view.
Right.
And God cares about our body, our soul, and our spirit,
Hmm.
and all those things. And so God wants us to establish His new covenant. He's blessed us with every spiritual blessing on high. And so, what does that mean if we're not living to the full potential that God has given us? So, yeah, ministry and finances, your life's work, they all go together.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've got a few questions. I know we're getting ready to run out of time. I do have a few questions. I will want to, like we have the awesome Miss Eureka Spencer. I really, Spencer Thomas. I will want her to follow you and contact you on Facebook. First of all, real quick, home before we go, where are you located? Where are you at?
I live in Philadelphia area.
In Philly. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, but and the blessing of the internet right now and messaging that we can, uh, do Zooms and also follow each other on Facebook. So I'm going to make sure that right now, put the banner up so we can make sure that everybody can follow you. Is there a way that we can contact you on your business page? Correct.
Yeah. You can direct message me on this business page, and I will get back to you.
Okay, we'll make sure that that's done because we do have some questions about fees and how much the platform costs and conversations like that. So we want to make sure that the individuals that are asking that you'll be able to answer their questions for them and be able to have a conversation with them. So real quick, we're about to go. Listen, everybody that's tuned in today, listen, we had a discussion today on the cryptic currency itself, Bitcoin, and how the future of it is going to matter. So if you want to know more, I bring people on to the platform of Case Couch where that they can also be known, because these are some people that are very busy, but they're like the best kept secret. So that's why we're here. That's why Standard is here. That's why Case Couch is available. So listen, everybody that's here, the break is up. I know some people got to get back to work. I know Mr. Hoon got to get back to work. I got to get back to work. So listen, any final words, real quick, Hoon, before we go?
No, I think pretty much the interview was really good. I'm very thankful to have this opportunity to be able to share about me and the business and Bitcoin and how we can shift into this new era, because we just entered into a new era. So I want everybody to profit and to be able to do what they've been called to do. So I'm happy to be able to share.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm thankful to the individuals that came on. I see Shira, thank you for being here, and a few other people. Eureka, thank you for coming out, and a few other folks that came in and liked it. Please like, share, get involved. I told you I'm here to help you live an on-purpose life. I live a life to where that I create my own demand. That's what I'm here for, and so I want to bring individuals that have the same like mind as me to help you get to that same situation. So listen, it's been a great pleasure this morning. Mr. Hoon, thank you for coming out. And everybody, listen, be blessed, love life, live love, and also look forward to be giving back to you. Y'all be good out here.